Hey everyone, I don't know what episode of Flosstube this is, so I'm just gonna call it the June 2018 update. I have a very ridiculous dog rolling around on her back in the background, so my apologies if you hear a lot of snuffling, grunting, sneezing, etc. Let's start with the finish. I have a finish. It's only been like a year in coming. I finished the Bubble Fairy Cat Face by Carrie Hawks, Heaven and Earth Design, and she is gorgeous. I stitched her 2/1 on 14 count, which is why she's so big. The next one I'm doing, I'm gonna go down a size, whatever. Yes, Sassy, I know. Do you have the snorts? So, big old finish, super happy with it. And I have the Bubble Fairy Kitten Face ready to go next. Having said that, I don't know that I'm going to break it out because I'm in a work on everything I've already got started mood. So, I did kit it up. I went to the Joann's, I got all of the flosses. I'm just going to put this in here. Went to the Joann's, got all the flosses, I already had the Ada. We're set to go. I bobbinated everything. I'm just, yeah, no. So the next thing that got worked on was the Crazy Pie. I had a page finish. Crazy Pie is the Pelican Courtney collection. Looks a little something like that. Or Bird on a Burrito, however you want to say it. I'm loving working on it. So like I said, page finish. There's our first page. I'm doing 1/1, or no, 1/2 on 40 count linen. This is mallow linen, which I got at 1 2 3 Stitch. That's where I got it. And I made this grime guard. I need to make a couple more. So, yeah, page finish. Probably get back to this one at some point this month. And then, because it had been a long ass time, pulled out Yawn Pokemon. I had a column finish. So, Moltres, Prygon, and Taurus are all visible now, or as I call them, Fire Chicken, Technos, and the Bull. This is also Pinchy. I know Flareon's Flareon, so I can't call, I don't, and that was Electric Bird, I believe. Zapdos, Flareon, and Pinsir. My husband corrects me every time. This is 2/1 on 18 count Ada. And so I'm hoping for a page finish on this. I'm really into page finishes right now. If you haven't noticed, it's a thing that's eating me alive. And I was like, I should work on this some more because I really want it. And it's actually not that bad. It's not very confetti heavy yet. Yet, she says. That's the one thing I do love about the Courtney collection one is all of my floss is right here. I'm using 3799. I am not using called for. I'm using DMC because I'm like that. But yeah, so we're getting there. And this is why I need to make a grime guard that can hold this massive amount of crap. Because let me tell you, it gets in your way. I have wanted to start on other things. There's a couple of projects I have either kitted up or gotten really close to kitting up and just haven't. A couple I wanted to start. Hold on. You're gonna see my butt. I apologize. I'm wearing my workout pants. I don't know if I showed these. And they were a lovely gift from a viewer. So I wanted to make sure I showed them before I forget. I got the Stony Creek Collection Desert Accents, which are gorgeous. Very aboriginal. I like the clay pot ones a lot. These ones. that might have to get done. The Guardian Spirit, which has a little wolf pup, so of course my husband wants it. This is a Dimensions. And it's just really sweet. And I've got the list I need for mercats, that's right. And this gorgeous Nora Corbett, the Rain Queen, which I love, because who doesn't love rain? Clearly, people who live in the Pacific Northwest love rain. I love Mirabilia. She looks very indigenous, and I really like that. So, and she doesn't have a lot of, there's 1 carrion water lily, 2 Krennics, 8 Mill Hill beads you need. So, yeah. That might have to be kitted up soon. And then, like I have said before, I think, possibly, I don't know if I've said it on Flosstube. I decided for my birthday, with some birthday money, that I was getting some yarn, but I also decided that I wanted to order my first Heaven and Earth kit. Because I'm crazy, and I wanted a Heaven and Earth kit. I ordered one for my husband, but I've never had one myself, and I just, you know, sometimes you just, the heart wants what the heart wants. So it came this week. Look at these. I see the allure of these now. I did not know to understand the allure, but now I do. Look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And then, so I got it 1/1 on 25 count. Easy count. Comes in a bag like such. I might order a kit or 2 before we go back to Canada, because once I move to Canada again, it will be unaffordable. Although that's like a year and 3 months from now. Not that I'm counting. But when we do go back, between the exchange rate and the fact that we're going to have a very different lifestyle, I think I'm going to price myself out of Heaven and Earth, so I'm going to pick up a few more this year, I think, if I can. And so the one I got, which was heavily influenced by the fact that I saw Tracy working on this, Tracy P, and then I just really jived with it, is Stitches, artwork by Melanie Dellen. And she looks something like that, and I love the fact that she's a giant rag doll. It's a lot of grays and whites and blacks. And yeah, I just love her. So of course I had them printed out because that will save me money. And my husband actually figured out a way to work on these without needing to photocopy them. And what he does is he uses the binder sleeves and then dry erase marker on top. You can actually use permanent marker, and it works equally as well, but he wipes his when he's done. Whereas I take so long, I'll probably use a permanent marker and then just flip it over and then throw it out when I'm done. Because I think you can get like 20 or so for $1. But that way I don't have to photocopy anything, and I have the full pattern ready to go. So I have been trying so hard since I got this not to start this, you guys. Like, I'm trying so hard. I'm like, no, you gotta wait. I don't even know what I'm waiting for, because there's no way in hell either of the 2 full ones I'm working on currently, or 2, 3, 4. None of the big full coverage ones I am working on are going to get finished anytime soon. But it's like I have a waiting point, and I don't know what that waiting point is. Maybe it's the page finish. Once I get a page finish on the Pokemon, I will start Stitches. Because I really want to. I keep telling myself I can't until I hit this magical point, right? So, but then I want to work on the haunted house. I want to work on everything. There's not enough time in the day. There's not enough. Especially not if you do multiple crafts. Like, I knit, and I sew, and I cross stitch, and there's still not enough time in the day. Not when you have, like, work to do, and stuff to get done, and you don't want to not exercise and turn into a giant ball of ballness. I know that's a very technical term. So I think what I'll do is I will tell myself once I get a page finish on the Pokemon, which is the Epic Pokemon Cross Stitch Generation 1, which can be found on, I believe it's Sprite Stitch or something like that. If you Google it, it'll come up. However, if you're working on a Mac, because originally I looked it up and on my iPad and I was trying to download it to my iPad, it doesn't register it at all in any way, shape, or form. You have to go to a PC in order to download and print out the Epic Pokemon Cross Stitch. The other thing is, I had to go through and number everything in a way that I understood because the pages did not come out. They came out in an order, but they don't number them the right way for me, so you may have to renumber them. Of course, my husband thinks we should keep going with the generations. He needs to get back into cross-stitching before I'm even, No. He hasn't cross-stitched since he got home, but he has been very into his model painting, which is great. As long as he's doing a craft and he's happy, I'm happy. So that is what I have been up to. The page finish on Crazy Pie was a big deal for me. Finishing the Bubble Fairy cat face was also a big deal. Like, it took me forever. I understand that it's a quick stitch, and for most people, they're like, that should not have taken you that long. Because essentially, it's 2 pages, and then these were like 2 columns. Or no, the 2 rows across 2 pages. So it wasn't such a big deal, but I find I jump around a lot. However, I love this. It still needs to be ironed. I did wash it and rinse out all the marking I had left in it. It came out super easy. So, really proud of that. Really proud of the way it looks. I love it. I have no idea why this blotch looks so funky over here. Whatever, I don't care. I love her. She is my tribute to Frank. And I think I'm just going to frame it myself. Because I can do that and I'm okay with it. So that is my check-in for this month. I wish I had more to say. Like, I did all this stuff and I bought all these things, but I really didn't. I worked diligently on the things I've been cross-stitching on. And like I said, I got a page finish on that one. The column finish on this one was really, as you can see, lots of threads going on. It was such a invigorating thing. So I've got the 2 columns left for here for a page finish. And it looks horrible in the back, so I'm not even going to show you. But, yeah. I'm digging it. So I will try and check in again next month. Don't hold me to a schedule. It'll probably be late anyway. But tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of stitches, if you think that was a good first choice, or if you think that's really my style, because let's face it, it is. But you can tell me it's my style anyway. And yeah, talk to you again later. Bye.